Another story that's beyond politics for a moment. The concept of turning empty office space into retail units. It's not new, but there is a new plan to create high-rise dormitories in Denver that's taking a different approach. Our Evan Krugel shows us how a willingness to perhaps share some things that you might find in your home could one day land you some of the cheapest rent in town.
Downtown Denver looks a lot different than it did before the pandemic, with vacancy rates approaching 30% at once bustling office buildings.
There's clearly a lot of office space, antiquated inventory. It needs a new life, right?
Wes LeBlanc believes that new life could come in the form of housing.
We have a lot of inventory that is not well suited for the kinds of things that we need right now.
LeBlanc and Gensler Architecture say the concept of converting office to residential is nothing new, but the high costs of running plumbing to individual units dozens of stories up has left most of those plans on paper.
That's what can really hamper the feasibility of a traditional office to residential conversion.
Gensler is now pitching something new. Tenants would have their own small room, but share centrally located kitchens and bathrooms, kind of like a college dorm.
You've got a half-size fridge, you've got a microwave, you've got storage, you've got a bed. These come pre-furnished, so that's built into all the costs, right? What it does is it reduces the actual cost by about a quarter to a half of what a traditional residential conversion would be. And those are savings that we can pass on to the renters.
LeBlanc says the rent would be about $750, less than half the average rent in Denver. LeBlanc says conversations are just beginning between his company and the city, but he's optimistic the plan could fill a void by turning cubicles into communities.
There are a lot of folks looking at some of the challenges in downtown Denver and how to address them, and this could be part of that solution.
Now, the city of Denver is currently looking at 3 skyscrapers as part of a pilot program for traditional commercial to residential conversion. LeBlanc says they've identified dozens more that would fit the criteria for this cheaper form of conversion. Kyle?
So I never want to pee in anybody's punch bowl when they've got an idea, but like if this was easy, like a lot of people would have done it by now.
Right, and that's what he was saying. It's expensive. They think this is less expensive than the other option, but getting that water up to those top levels of those high rises, not an easy task. They think getting it to one central place, building around it could be a lot cheaper and could actually make this feasible.
I remember college, you had to wear your sandals in the shower. Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Yeah, it was a time indeed.
But cheap.
But cheap, and that's the point. Evan, thank you very much.
You bet.